Hi folks, this is the next video for Year 1 Pure. Oh, let me look out of the way then. We're looking at 7C, the factor theorem. Now, some of us have seen this before at Further Maths GCSE. We actually already know this. If you think about the quadratic x squared plus 3x plus 2, we know that factorises to x add 2, x add 1. And of course, I know if I sub in minus 2, well, that's going to make this bracket go to 0. That's going to make the value of the whole expression go to 0. We actually already knew that. There's nothing new there. The factor theorem says if I have a number which when I sub in it makes it go to 0, then I've got a factor. So for any polynomial f of x, if I have a number that I sub in and I get a value of 0, then x minus p is a factor of f of x. So if I have a number which I sub in and I get a value of 0, and I've also got a factor, and just careful, there's a sign change, and I think you can see why there's that sign change. Okay, so I can use this to factorise cubics. So let's look at example 5. Example 5 says, show that x minus 2 is a factor of x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4. Now, if something is a factor of something, it means when you divide, there's no remainder. And it says two different ways of doing it. Algebraic division. Now, I'm going to use the box method. Doesn't matter how you do it. There are two methods, and you've chosen one and practiced that. So I'm going to divide my expression by x minus 2. It's cubic, so I'm expecting a quadratic, so there'll be 3 terms. So remember the process. X cubed, so that must be x squared, which means that's minus 2x squared. I don't want minus 2x squared, I want plus x squared, so let's fix that, which means that must be 3x. That's minus 6x. Don't want minus 6x, I want that, I want minus 4x, so I add on my 2x. No remainder implies that x minus 2 is a factor of x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4. So that's done by doing division. The factor theorem, using the factor theorem, we set up our function. F of x is x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4. I'm going to sub in, remember what I want to show is that it's x minus 2, so I'm going to substitute in 2. Now, the calculator is your friend. The calc button, specifically, x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4. Calculate when x equals 2. Good, I get 0. F of 2 is 0, implies that x minus 2 is a factor of f of x. So to show something is a factor, either algebraic long division or the factor theorem, equally good if it's not specified. Often in exams it is specified though. Okay, so to factorise a cubic, or indeed any polynomial, fully factorise 2x cubed plus x squared minus 18x minus 9. We need a factor, and there's two different ways we can do this. We need to, well, first of all, let's set up f of x. Now, I need a number which when I sub in, I get 0. On my calculator, I'm going to use table mode because table mode will try all the numbers at once for me. So, table mode, is it that one? No. I've lost it. Where's table mode? There it is. So I'll type in my function, 2x cubed plus x squared, oops, minus 18x minus 9. Now this calculator can do two functions at once. I only need to do one, so nothing for g of x. I'm going to start at minus 10 and go up to 10 in ones. And I want the value of x, which gives f of x, to be 0. And there's one, minus 3. So I can say that f of minus 3 equals 0, therefore x plus 3 is a factor. And now I know one factor, if I divide my cubic by my linear, I'm going to get the quadratic factor, and I can factorise quadratics because we've been doing that since probably year 9 or year 8. So I'm going to use the box method again because I like it. Cubic divided by linear, quadratic, x, add 3, 2x cubed, which means that must be 2x squared, which means that's 6x squared. I want 1x squared, so I'm going to take away 5x squared there. So that must be minus 5. X. That must be minus 15x. Don't want minus 15x, I want minus 18x. So take away 3x. Yeah. And minus 3 times 3 minus 9. Well, that's good. No remainder. So f of x equals x add 3 multiplied by 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. Now, this also factorises. I don't need to teach you how to factorise quadratics. I'll do it quickly here on the side. AC is minus 6, B is minus 5. So what multiplies to give minus 6 and adds to give minus 5? Minus 5, minus 2, minus 3, minus 6 and 1, minus 6 and 1. So I write it out as 2x squared minus 6x, add x minus 3, factorise that, 2x, x minus 3, add 1 times x minus 3, so it's 2x, add 1, x minus 3. There you go. 2x, add 1, x minus 3. Done. Now, you may have noticed the calculator gives me another factor there. X is 3 gives me 0. So actually I could have found two factors here using the calculator, and if I was clever about it, f of 3 equals 0, So that means that x minus 3 is a factor. So actually the calculator's given me two factors already, x plus 3 and x minus 3. And I need the third factor. Well, x times x is x squared. I need 2x cubed, so that first term must be 2x. That's the only way I'm getting 2x cubed. Plus 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. So then the last factor must be plus 1. So if the calculator gives me more than one factor, even better. So there you go. So I've factorised. And then it asks me to sketch it. Let's do that on the next page. Just find me, I've got a ruler around here somewhere. There it is. Excuse me, get me pencil. Okay. So there's my axes. I'm sketching a cubic. Remember, a sketch means the shape needs to be right, label all the salient points, doesn't necessarily have to be to scale. A reminder, it was x plus 3, x minus 3, 2x plus 1. So we know that my roots will be minus 3, plus 3, and minus a half. So my graph will look like that. I'll quickly look back and work out what y is. When x is 0, it's minus 9. Well, that fits in with the sketch, so I'll just label that point minus 9. Okay, that's example 6 done. Example 7, given that x plus 1 is a factor, if x plus 1 is a factor, that means that f of minus 1 equals 0. So if f of x is 4x to the 4 minus 3x squared at a, f of minus 1 is 4 times minus 1 to the 4 minus 3 times minus 1 squared at a. And of course that's equal to 0. Minus 1 to the 4, that's 1. Minus 1 squared, that's 1. So 0 equals 1 at a equals minus 1. Done. Have a go at 7C. Let me know if you need anything, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.